Well, good evening, gamers from all around the world. Welcome back to Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, the 2023 Game Awards are in the books. Just finished not too long ago. Pardon me. So, I wanted to get on here and do a couple of things. I want to first go over the winners for each of the awards. There were a bunch, so I'll go ahead and go through that list. And then afterwards, I'm going to talk about some of the announcements, some of the game reveals and information that they did that really got me excited, including a new trailer for an upcoming game that a lot of y'all that have been watching my videos know that I'm the most hype about. And I'm even going to go over a blog that was written about it. So definitely got a lot to talk about in this video. We're going to have some fun. So first, let's go ahead and go over the winners for each of the award categories. And I'll also provide links to the award winners, as well as the big announcements, as well as the blog as well. So y'all have plenty of information to go through if y'all want to follow along. Okay, let's get started. Started with the Player's Voice. Player's Voice Award, this was fan voted. The nominees were, or this was inspired by the fans. The nominees were Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, Genshin Impact, Spider-Man 2, and Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The winner, Baldur's Gate 3. So, Baldur's Gate 3 got nominated for a lot of awards, so Baldur's Gate 3, this is number one for them. Alright, let's keep it going. Best Esports Event. Nominees were the 2023 League of Legends World Championship, Blast.tv Paris Major 2023, EVO 2023, the International Dota 2 Championships 2023, and the Valorant Championships 2023. The winner ended up being the 2023 League of Legends World Championships. It's kind of a bummer. I really wanted EVO 2023 to win, but League is very popular, so it is what it is. Next, Best Esports Coach. It came down to the nominees of Christine Potter Chi of Evil Geniuses for Valorant, Danny Zonic Sorensen, Team Falcons, Counter-Strike, Jordan Gunbug Graham, Florida Mayhem, Overwatch, Remy XZQZZZ, I don't know how to say that, Kyonyam, Team Vitality, Counter-Strike, and Yoon Hum Sungyun of JD Gaming, League of Legends. And the winner ended up being Christine Potter Chi of Evil Geniuses for Valorant. So she won Best Esports Coach. Best Esports Team nominees were Evil Geniuses for Valorant, Fnatic, Valorant, Gaiman Gladiators, Dota 2, JD Gaming, League of Legends, and Team Vitality, Counter-Strike. And the winner ended up being JD Gaming for League of Legends. So that's Best Esports Team. Okay, Best Esports Athlete. The nominees were Lee Faker Sankyuk of League of Legends, Matthew Zaiwu Herbout of Counter-Strike Go, Max Demon 1 Mazanov, Valorant, Paco Hydra Rusiwise, Call of Duty, Park Ruler Jaekyuk of League of Legends, and Philip Imperial Hal Dozen of Apex Legends. And please do forgive me if I butcher any of these names. Some of these are kind of hard to say. The winner ended up being Lee Faker Sankyuk of League of Legends, which he was pretty much the only name I was familiar with on that list. Okay, best esports game. The nominees were Counter-Strike 2, Valve, Dota 2, Valve, League of Legends, Riot Games, PUBG Mobile, Lightspeed Studios / Tencent Games, and Valorant, Riot Games. And the winner ended up being Valorant of Riot Games. Best esports game. Alright, Content Creator of the Year. Here, let me get a sip of water. Content Creator of the Year. Nominees were Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quack Kitty, Spreen, and Cypher PK. The winner ended up being Iron Mouse. Most Anticipated Game. The nominees were Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Square Enix, Hades 2, Supergiant Games, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Ryoga Gotoku Studio, Sega, Star Wars Outlaws, Massive Entertainment, Ubisoft, and Tekken 8, Bandai Namco, Arika. And honestly, this was really no shock. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was the winner. I mean, the other nominees were good nominees, but honestly, realistically, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth deserved to win. I felt like that's definitely the most hyped game. I originally thought it was going to come down to either that or Tekken 8, but honestly, Final Fantasy VII definitely deserved to win that one. Alright, let's keep it going. Oh, I skipped one. Hold on a second. Here we go. Best Multiplayer. Nominees were Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios, Diablo 4, Blizzard Entertainment, Party Animals, Recreate Games, Street Fighter 6, Capcom, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo. The winner ended up being Baldur's Gate 3, so that's 2 awards so far for Baldur's Gate 3. Best Sports / Racing Game. Nominees were EA Sports FC24 of EA Vancouver, Romania, and EA Sports, F1 23 of Codemasters and EA Sports, Forza Motorsport of Turn 10 Studios / Xbox Game Studios, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharge, Milestone, and The Crew Motorfest, Ubisoft Ivory Tower, Ubisoft. Winner ended up being Forza Motorsport. Not too surprised. I mean, the Forza Motorsport games tend to be like the premier hype racing games. So, definitely not surprised that this one won. Best Sim Strategy Game. This one I was kind of surprised at. Just a little surprised. Nominees were Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, Way Forward / Nintendo, Cities Skylines 2, Colossal Order, Paradox Interactive, Company of Heroes 3, Relic Entertainment, Sega, Fire Emblem Engage, Intelligent Systems, Nintendo, and Pikmin 4, Nintendo EPD / Nintendo. And sure enough, Pikmin 4 takes the Best Sim Strategy Game Award. Not what I was expecting, but then again, Pikmin 4 has a pretty decent sized fan base, and I mean, yeah, I guess I probably really shouldn't be surprised, but yeah, I would have gone with Advance Wars or Fire Emblem personally, but I get it. Alright, Best Family Game. Nominees were Disney Illusion Island of Delilah Studios, Disney, Party Animals, Recreate Games, Pikmin 4, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo, Sonic Superstars, Arxes, Sonic Team, Sega, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo. And of course, Super Mario Brothers Wonder ended up winning Best Family Game. If anything, I was just really glad to see Super Mario Brothers Wonder at least win one award. So I was happy about that. Definitely happy. Best Fighting Game. This one I was really happy to see the winner of. The nominees were God of Rock, Modus Studios, Brazil, Modus Games, Mortal Kombat 1, NetherRealm Studios, WB Games, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Ludosity Fair Play Labs, Game Mill Entertainment, Pocket Bravery, Statera Studio, PQ, and Street Fighter VI, Capcom. I felt like it was going to come down to either Street Fighter VI or Mortal Kombat 1, to be honest with you, and sure enough, Street Fighter VI ended up winning Best Fighting Game. And also, shout out to Capcom, as this is the 40th anniversary of Capcom. So, happy 40th anniversary to Capcom. And what a way to celebrate with Street Fighter VI winning Best Fighting Game. Alright. Best RPG. This one was kind of bittersweet, but I can't really be that surprised of the winner. But Best RPG, nominees were Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios, Final Fantasy 16, Square Enix, Liza P, Round 8 Studio, NeoWiz Games, Sea of Stars, Sabotage Studio, and Starfield, Bethesda Game Studio / Bethesda Softworks. Of course, you know, Final Fantasy 16 got my vote, but winner ended up being Baldur's Gate 3. So that's its third award. So Best RPG, like I said, can't really be too surprised. Even though mine didn't win, can't be too surprised that Baldur's Gate 3 took this one. Alright, Best Action Adventure Game. Nominees were Alan Wake 2 of Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games, SIE, Resident Evil 4, Capcom, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Respawn Entertainment, EA, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo. This was a tough lineup, but the winner went to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Another one that I felt like had to go at the end of this show not empty-handed, you know what I mean? So I was glad to see Zelda at least take one award. So that got Best Action Adventure Game. Well deserved. Alright, Best Action Game. The nominees were Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, From Software, Bandai Namco, Dead Island 2, Dambuster Studios, Deep Silver, Ghost Runner 2, One More Level, 505 Games, Hi-Fi Rush, Tango Gameworks, and Bethesda Softworks, and Remnant 2, Gunfire Games, Gearbox Publishing. And the winner ended up going to Armored Core 6. It was actually kind of neat to see this one win, you know. Armored Core, you know, kind of returned with a bang. And, yeah, ended up paying off. Takes home Best Action Game. Alright, Best VR AR Game. Nominees were Gran Turismo 7, Polyphony Digital, SIE, Humanity, the LTD, Enhanced Games, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Guerrilla Games, Fire Sprite, SIE, Resident Evil Village VR Mode, Capcom, and Synapse from End Dreams. Not too surprised that the winner of this one went to Resident Evil Village VR. So, well, at least we can say a Resident Evil game took home an award, which, like I said, for this to win Best VR Game, not surprised. Alright, Best Mobile Game. Nominees were Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Applebot, Square Enix, Honkai Star Rail, Hoyoverse, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Sunblink Entertainment, Monster Hunter Now, Niantic / Capcom, and Terra Nil, Free Lives Devolver, Netflix. Honkai Star Rail ended up winning the award for best mobile game. I do have it on PS5 because it's also on PS5, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right, best debut indie game. The nominees were Cocoon of Geometric Interactive and Annapurna Interactive, Dredge, Black Salt Games, Team 17, Pizza Tower, Tour de Pizza, Venba, Visai Games, and Viewfinder, Sad Owl Studios / Thunderful Publishing. Cocoon ended up winning this award for Best Debut Indie Game. Okay. Best Independent Game, which I was very happy with the outcome of this one. The nominees were Cocoon, Geometric Interactive, and Annapurna Interactive, Dave the Diver, Mint Rocket, Dredge, Black Salt Games, Team 17, Sea of Stars, Sabotage Studio, singular, and Viewfinder, Sad Owl Studios, Thunderful Publishing. Winner ended up going to Sea of Stars. Was really happy to see that Sea of Stars took home an award. Game is really cool. Best community support. Hold on for a second, something's in my eye. Dang. Best community support. Nominees were Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios, Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red, Destiny 2, Bungie. Wow. Final Fantasy XIV, Square Enix, and No Man's Sky, Hello Games. I was kind of surprised at the outcome for this one, but then again, it's been on a roll. Baldur's Gate 3 ended up winning, so that makes 4 awards, I believe. Yeah, 4 awards so far for Baldur's Gate 3. So it's on a roll. All right. This next one kind of surprised me. Best ongoing game. And the nominees were Apex Legends, Respawn Entertainment, EA, Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red, Final Fantasy XIV, Square Enix, Fortnite, Epic Games, and Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse. To be honest, I did not expect this one to win, but Cyberpunk 2077 won Best Ongoing Game. And, I got to give them credit. After a a launch that was pretty much a bust, they've been able to bounce back, fix the issues, and even add an expansion with Phantom Liberty, and they've done well. I got to give them credit. That's quite a way to bounce back. So, congratulations. Games for Impact. The nominees for this award: A Space for the Unbound, Mojiken Studio, Toge Productions, Chorus, Chance of Sonar, Rundisk, Focus Entertainment, Goodbye Volcano High, Co-op, Chia, Awaseb, Kepler Interactive, Terranil, Free Lives, Devolver Digital, Netflix, and Venba of Visai Games. Chia ended up winning the Games for Impact Award. Okay, nominees for Innovation and Accessibility, which I will go ahead and say all of these deserve to be winners. Diablo 4, Blizzard Entertainment, Forza Motorsport, Turn 10 Studios, Xbox Game Studios, Hi-Fi Rush, Tango Gameworks, Bethesda Softworks, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games, SIE, Mortal Kombat 1, NetherRealm Studios with WB Games, and Street Fighter 6, Capcom. And the winner ended up being Forza Motorsport. So, good stuff, good stuff. Okay. Best Performance. Nominees for this award: Ben Starr for Final Fantasy XVI, Cameron Monaghan, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. Melanie Liburd, Alan Wake 2. Neil Newbon, Baldur's Gate 3. And Yuri Lowenthal, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Winner ended up being Baldur's Gate 3's Neil Newbon. So that's 5 awards. 5 awards for Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. Best Audio Design. Nominees were Alan Wake 2 of Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing. Dead Space of Motive Studio EA. Hi-Fi Rush of Tango Gameworks Bethesda Softworks. Marvel Spider-Man 2 Insomniac Games SIE. And Resident Evil 4 Capcom. The winner actually ended up going to Hi-Fi Rush, so was a little shocked to see it win, but it's pretty neat to see it win an award. But yeah, it won Best Audio Design, so pretty cool. Best Score and Music, and I was actually happy with this outcome. Nominees were Alan Wake 2 composer Petri Alanko, Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing. Baldur's Gate 3 composer Boleslav Slavov, Larian Studios. Final Fantasy XVI composer Masayoshi Soken, Square Enix. Hi-Fi Rush audio director Suichi Kobori, Tango Gameworks, Bethesda Softworks. And Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, composed by the Nintendo Sound Team, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo. And sure enough, Final Fantasy XVI composer Masayoshi Soken ended up winning this award. So it's another award for Final Fantasy XVI. Really, really cool. 1 second. I need to refresh this. Let me refresh this. Okay, I think this locked up on me. 1 second. Hold up. 1 second, y'all. Having some issues loading this. Okay, sorry about that. We're good now. Best Art Direction. Nominees were Alan Wake 2, Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing. Hi-Fi Rush, Tango Gameworks, Bethesda Softworks. Lies of P, Round 8 Studios, NeoWiz Games. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo. And Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo EPD/Nintendo. And the winner, Best Art Direction, Alan Wake 2. Okay, Best Narrative. Nominees for Best Narrative were Alan Wake 2, Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing. Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, CD Projekt Red. Final Fantasy XVI, Square Enix. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games, SIE. Winner, Alan Wake 2. So Alan Wake 2 is starting to build up its awards. That's 2 so far for Alan Wake 2. Okay. Best Adaptation. The nominees for Best Adaptation: Castlevania Nocturne, Powerhouse Animation, Netflix. Gran Turismo, PlayStation Productions, Sony Pictures. Last of Us, PlayStation Productions, HBO. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, Illumination, Nintendo, Universal Pictures. And Twisted Metal, PlayStation Productions, Peacock. I can't be too surprised that this one ended up being the winner, but Last of Us ended up winning, which I know I've had coworkers that have watched this first season, and they really enjoyed it. And yeah, so I can't really be that surprised, that shocked that it won. I still need to watch it, but I also need to still play through Last of Us 2. Okay. Best Game Direction. Nominees were Alan Wake 2 of Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing, Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games / SIE, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo EPD, Nintendo. Best Game Direction, once again, Alan Wake 2. So that's 3 awards for Alan Wake 2. So, you know, they got a hat trick. They got a hat trick. So, the big one, of course, Game of the Year, came down to these. The 6 nominees were Alan Wake 2, Remedy Entertainment, Epic Games Publishing, Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games, SIE, Resident Evil 4, Capcom, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo EPD / Nintendo, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo EPD / Nintendo. To be honest, with how much this studio was on a roll throughout this award show, I can't really be surprised that its game ended up winning Game of the Year. And that goes to Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3. That is your 2023 Game Awards Game of the Year. So, yeah, not too surprised. Not surprised at all. But yeah. So, Baldur's Gate 3 ended up winning Player's Voice, Best RPG, Best Multiplayer, Best Community Support, Best Performance, and Game of the Year. So Baldur's Gate 3 took home 6 awards. 6. Wow. So Alan Wake 3 took home 3 awards. Or Alan Wake 2 took home 3 awards. But yeah. And honestly, I was kind of bummed out. Spider-Man 2 was nominated for 7 awards and didn't win a single award. That was kind of a bummer. That was kind of a bummer. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 takes home 6. I mean, can't say that I'm surprised after seeing all the other awards that it was winning. Can't say that I'm surprised. But those were your award winners. But before we talk about some of the announcements and premieres that I'm hyped about, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Okay, now of course, as usual with the Game Awards, not only is it an awards ceremony, but they also do some world premiere reveals, some game trailers, some new things, expansions, all of the above. And there was a good handful of announcements on here that they made that I'm pretty hyped about. So the first one I really want to go ahead and get out of the way. I know a lot of talk about the new energy, new eras from Sega, and come to find out, they ended up showing a trailer, and it was announcing that a couple of new games are currently in development. And they showed clips of Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, Shinobi, Streets of Rage, and even Jet Set Radio. Now, I know a lot of folks, especially within the VF community, were thinking that we were going to get something Virtua Fighter related or a new Virtua Fighter 6. But I mean, honestly, like I said, I kept my expectations low, and I'm still pretty pleased with what they showed. I mean, Crazy Taxi, I mean, Golden Axe. I mean, when was the last time there was a Golden Axe game or a Crazy Taxi game? You know what I mean? But yeah, and they also listed those games, and at the end said "and more." So there's going to be more that gets added along the way. But I mean, I'm excited for Jet Set Radio. I mean, I enjoyed, Jet Set Radio Future. Those games are awesome. So it's good to see that they're making a new one. Shinobi, played the mess out of Shinobi and Nightshade and Shinobi 3. Those games are awesome. Golden Axe, I used to play in the arcade here and there. So, I mean, at least it's cool to see that Sega is still bringing back, some IPs of some familiar names, and they're making new games for. So at least that's cool. Streets of Rage looks like a brand new Streets of Rage game. So hey, that's really cool. But I guess the only thing it really, this really does is still leaves open some optimism for Virtua Fighter to eventually get added to that list. But like I said, I'm not really hyped about it because, I mean, I already came into this with very low expectations. So, I mean, still, there was some good out of this with, Jet Set Radio, with Shinobi, Streets of Rage. I mean, the pack that they announced was still pretty cool. So, it is what it is. But for folks expecting VF, I really don't know why, but I'm going to leave that one alone. But some of the other games, some of the other announcements that I was really excited about, I have to say, Harmonium the Musical, pretty much a game that is accessible to the deaf. I think that's really cool. It was doing the sign language, and the game is fully subtitled, and everybody in the game speaks sign language. I think that's really cool. And that's coming to Game Pass and Netflix games. So honestly, I hope that game ends up being a success. Um, it's made by the Odd Gentleman, but yeah, Harmonium the musical. I like what they did with this. You know, with the sign language and what they're doing with this game. I think it's really cool, and I hope it does well. I really hope it does well. But I like that idea. Um, Thrasher looked a little interesting. It kind of gave me some Res Infinite vibes to it, but then again, it was, you know, from the same studio that did Thumper. So, it was pretty trippy, but it caught my attention. It definitely caught my attention. Um Exodus was also an eye catcher. Another sci-fi RPG, kind of gave me that Mass Effect vibe to it, which, you know, I love Mass Effect. I mean, I streamed my whole playthrough of Mass Effect, the trilogy, the main trilogy. So, but yeah, Archetype Entertainment, which is a studio of former BioWare developers. So, I thought this was pretty interesting, but Exodus I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for. Of course, thought it was really cool for the God of War fans. God of War Ragnarok, Valhalla, free DLC. I think that's pretty cool that they're doing that. Yeah, December 12th that launches, but hey, free DLC. Gotta love it. Um, No Rest for the Wicked looked pretty interesting. It's from the same folks behind the Ori games, you know, Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So it's pretty interesting. It's very, very interesting. But yeah, there's going to be more information on March 1st. But I'm going to keep an eye out. It offers single player and you can do 4-player online co-op. So I'm actually very interested in No Rest for the Wicked. I'm going to keep an eye out for it and hopefully come March 1st get more information on it and keep an eye out. But yeah, action RPG. Really look cool. Uh Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is a new Budokai Tenkaichi style game. Uh I mean, it looked pretty neat. It looked pretty neat. Um, will I invest in it? Maybe. I mean, I played some of the other Tenkaichi games. They were okay. And, you know, Xenoverse was alright. Xenoverse 2 was alright, but it really got repetitive in the quest mode. But, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for this. Because, I mean, I am a Dragon Ball fan. So, I'll keep an eye out on it. Hopefully, more information and, you know, more gameplay and really kind of give an idea of how this game is going to be. But Tenkaichi style. So, but yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on it. Visions of Mana. That definitely caught my attention, you know, from the different mana RPG games. Like, you know, I'm a big fan of Legend of Mana. Love that game. And I saw this Visions of Mana that they revealed, and it looked really cool. I mean, showed off a couple of different characters and a few enemies, a little bit of gameplay. Like, I'm definitely interested in Visions of Mana. So that's definitely going to be on my list. But yeah, it's going to be on PS5, 4, Series X and S, and even PC. So 2024 release. But yeah, can't wait till they have more information on that. They showed a little mini teaser trailer of OD, new game from Hideo Kojima, who is going to be collaborating with Jordan Peele. So I assume this is probably going to be some sort of suspense, maybe survival horror type of game. but it was a pretty weird trailer that they showed. Really, really weird. And I mean, Jordan Peele, who's been a director on a few recent horror movies, like, he did Get Out, did Nope, did the Candyman reboot. So, Jordan Peele and Hideo Kojima, this ought to be quite an interesting pairing. But definitely keeping an eye out for this OD game. Tales of Kenzera Zhao look very interesting as well. From Surgent Studios. Definitely like the look of the game, and the gameplay looked pretty neat. Being able to switch between fire attacks and ice attacks, and how you interact with the environment. The Metrovania style platformer. I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked really cool. The character you play as is a shaman, so definitely a game I'm gonna keep an eye out for. But yeah, April 23rd is when it comes out on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, PC. So thought it was pretty neat. One announcement that they made really made me pop hard for this. Blade. That's right. Bethesda Archon Leon showed a little teaser trailer for Marvel's Blade. And I have to say, I'm very, very curious because it's from the same folks that did Deathloop and the Dishonored franchise. So I have a feeling this is going to be a great, solid game. They didn't have a release window, but, I mean, it's Blade. It's Blade. So I'm already interested in the fact that it's Blade. I mean, there've been some good Marvel games lately with Midnight Suns. Thought Midnight Suns was good. Marvel Spider-Man 2. And don't forget, Insomniac's got Wolverine on the way at some point, either next year or 2025. But now, Bethesda, Blade. So, hey, I'm definitely excited for this game. Really, really excited. Like I said, no release announced, but can't wait until they provide more information. But yeah, should be good. Should be good. Single player action adventure, I believe. So definitely looking forward to Blade. Mecha Break looked pretty interesting. Mainly the game, like not only just the look of the game, but also the different game modes, the multiplayer game modes. So you can do 3-on-3, 6-on-6, and Battle Royale. Not to mention, this is a game where you can customize your mechs. And there's going to be a beta test coming. So I might keep an eye out on this one. Because the game, the trailer looked pretty neat. It actually looked pretty neat. So I'm going to keep an eye on Mecha Break. And of course they did show some DLC stuff. Like Guilty Gear Strive, they announced Elfelt Valentine for Guilty Gear Strive, Season 3 DLC character. I mean, I guess. And they also added, they're going to be adding a 3-on-3 team battle mode, which, that might get chaotic. It kind of makes me think of Marvel vs. Capcom type vibes. But I'm still hoping and believing that at some point, I really hope they bring Jam back. If they bring Jam back, then I'm sold. I'm sold. I haven't played Strive in forever, but I really hope they bring Jam back. I really do. That's like my big wish. And shout outs to Final Fantasy XVI. Some DLC got announced in the form of Echoes of the Fallen and the Rising Tide. So Echoes of Fallen is actually available now. The Rising Tide will come out spring of 2024. But one of the things that they showed was that you can actually buy the expansion pass and get both DLCs at a discount. So I'll probably end up doing that. I'm still going through my playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. But yeah, 2 new story expansions. So I think that's pretty cool. Really, really cool. So looking forward to checking that out, but still got to get through the main game. Their final trailer that they showed before they did the Game of the Year was Monster Hunter Wilds, which I'm not that big into Monster Hunter, but I can appreciate how the franchise has been doing, so far. Like, I played Monster Hunter World. Haven't played Rise. World was okay, but I heard Rise was supposed to be a lot better. But this doesn't come out until 2025. So they got a ways. They got a long ways. But the main one, the main trailer, the main info that caught my attention the most. Let me pull it up. 1 second. This thing keeps acting up. What is the deal? It's like the page keeps freezing. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I don't know why it's doing this. Hold on. Wow. Guess I'm gonna have to close and open this. Hold on, y'all. This thing is acting up. I don't know why this is acting up. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Y'all bear with me one moment, because I don't know why this started messing up. Okay. So, new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Not only was it a new trailer, but it also showcased the theme song for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's called, let me see, what was it called? Oh, No Promises to Keep. Showcase No Promises to Keep, written by Nobuo Uematsu, sung by Lauren Alred, platinum-selling artist who has a single called Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. Oh, that's on Disney+. But yeah. So, theme song for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, No Promises to Keep. And this new trailer showed some new stuff. And there's a blog on here that talks about it, but showcase some new locations, or some more in-depth locations, and characters that we didn't see before. So I'm gonna kind of go over this blog, but you got the chance to see characters like Sid Highwind, who was driving the tiny Bronco. So definitely cool to see Sid Highwind revealed. A more in-depth look at Vincent Valentine as well, which we do know from the previous trailer and information that Vincent will be a guest character, not playable for this version, but a guest character, just like Red 13 was in the remake. Got to see Biggs again. One of the survivors of Avalanche, as well as you got to see Marlene. You got to see Dine. They showed a clip of Dine, so thought that was really cool. But yeah, they showed Dio as well. Or no, not Dio. Yeah, Dio. I think that was Dio from Gold Saucer. But yeah, let's dive into this. So they showed more clips, not only cinematic, but also gameplay-wise as you go through the Gold Saucer. So I thought that was really cool, very colorful. I like the overall new look. But here's the information they have on the Gold Saucer. Referred to as the Gilded Paradise, the Gold Saucer is a replicant amusement park on the epic scale. It is divided into 7 areas called squares, each with their own unique attractions. One is such as the Sky Wheel, which takes guests high above the saucer for an unforgettable view of the park, and has proven to be a popular date spot. But yeah, they showed a lot of the Gold Saucer in this trailer, so definitely very excited about that. They also showcased a little bit of Corel Prison as well. So, of course, in Corel Prison, you get thrown into the Corel Prison. You gotta fight your way out, and of course, there's the whole backstory between Barrett, Marlene, and Dine. So, very interesting. And like I said, they showcased a little more of Vincent Valentine, which has been confirmed that the English voice for Vincent Valentine is Matthew Mercer. So, pretty big name, has a pretty big resume. Self-proclaimed security guard who hibernates in a coffin deep below the Shinra Manor in Nibelheim. The man of mystery is swathed in a red cape and boasts the genes of a monster as well as a hidden connection to Sephiroth, which, I'm not going to spoil that for those that have never played the original. Sid Highwind, which, so Sid is being voiced by J. Michael Tatum. Oh, interesting. Yeah, J. Michael Tatum. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he's done, oh my goodness, what else has he done? Because he has a pretty big voice acting resume, especially in video games. Yeah, Borderlands 2 and 3. But yeah, he's got a big gaming and anime resume. I'm trying to think, what else did he voice? Oh, Raymond McGuire from Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. A really good anime, by the way. He was Scar of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's right. Who else did he do? Because he did a lot. Fairy Tail, Space. Oh yeah, Dr. Gel of Space Dandy. Yep. Erwin of Attack on Titan. Shiro of Assassination Classroom. Okay. Yeah, he's got quite a resume. Wow, so he's gonna be Sid Highwind in Rebirth. Yeah, that's pretty neat. That is really neat. But yeah, Sid Highwind, the rogue pilot of reputable skill, runs a shuttle service out of various abandoned airstrips. After Cloud and company flag him down, he flies them around the globe in his beloved Tiny Bronco, which they did show a cinematic of him flying the Tiny Bronco. So definitely excited about that. Dine, I had mentioned Dine earlier. Voice actor Dave B. Mitchell. Dine was once Barrett's closest friend back when the two used to make their living in the coal mines of Corel, which they're both from Corel Village. Now he's a wanted man with a gun grafted to his left arm, as his current whereabouts are unknown. Okay, so that was Dio. That was Dio. Okay, and the Gold Saucer. But yeah, he's voiced by Ian James Corlett, the charismatic owner of Gold Saucer, famous for his brawny physique and handlebar mustache. Dio is often found participating in his parks parades, flexing his muscles before throngs of screaming guests. Yeah, that's definitely Dio. Definitely Dio. Um, they showed a couple of other characters as well. Dr. Chiron, voiced by Lloyd Sher. Though his clinic in North Corel may be small, Dr. Sherman's heart and intellect are anything but. Lately, he has been caring for the black-robed figures that have stumbled into town and is attempting to uncover the truth behind their mysterious illness. You know, the black-robed beings that usually have a tattoo on them that are usually there at the reunion for Sephiroth. That's what he's referring to. Solemn Gus, voiced by Jonas Scott. The sleazy kingpin of Corel Prison, Gus is as flamboyant as a smooth-talking. Add to that a healthy dose of showmanship, and it's little wonder that the dregs of the Dust Bowl have flocked to him, which they showed a good number of clips from Corel Prison. Biggs. Biggs returns. Like I said, Biggs survived the Sector 7 plate accident. But surviving that, Biggs awoke to find that he is the last remaining member of the ill-fated anti-Shinra rebels, which is Avalanche. Having recovered from his injuries, he now seeks revenge against the company that murdered his comrades. Very interesting, because, by the way, in the original, he didn't survive in the original. But they also showed a few other synergy attacks, like Cloud and Aerith did a synergy attack, and Tifa and Cat Sith did a synergy attack. So I thought that was really cool, or Kate Sith. But so there's that. They showed some more summons, just a few more summons. Like they showed another Bahamut. They showed Bahamut. They showed Titan. I thought Titan looked really cool. And they showed Phoenix as well. So Phoenix looked really cool. But there's also different things that you can do as far as building relationships with the characters depending on how you interact. They talked about this more in this trailer. But yeah, I think the main thing, like they showed a lot of cool things, like just within the Gold Saucer, the different characters. They showed more Yuffie, more Red 13. You know, they showed Sid, Vincent, Barrett, Bugenhagen, Marlene, showed Biggs. And Aerith was even singing in the, I guess, the Loveless play. The theatrical production that they do in I believe it's the event square at the Gold Saucer. So, thought that was really cool. And yeah. But what really stood out was the last clip that they showed in the trailer. While Aerith was praying, you started to see black feathers. So yeah, that's a big deal. That is a really big deal, y'all. So, but yeah, I cannot wait for this game. I'm very hyped about this game. Like I said, I'm really strongly considering doing a hard mode playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake before the game comes out, just as a refresher. But February 29th is the day. I'm looking so forward. I plan on streaming my playthrough just like I did with Remake. But and the cool thing is you'll be able to have some materia, some summon materia, if you have game saves from Final Fantasy VII Remake as well as Remake Intermission. As a matter of fact, you get the Leviathan and Rama summon materia, so that's cool. That's really cool. So definitely looking forward to that. But overall, you know, they had some pretty good announcements at the Game Awards, and I think 2024 is going to be a pretty big year. And like I said, congratulations to all the award winners. Like I said, Baldur's Gate 3 took home 6 awards, so congrats to them. Alan Wake 2 took a handful of awards, so I thought that was really cool. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom took an award home. Final Fantasy 16, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. So yeah, it was good to see, you know, a couple of games that I enjoy take home awards. So that was really cool. But that'll do it for this video. Like I said, a lot to look forward to for the year of 2024 for gaming. But let's finish off this month strong. But don't forget to check out the links in the description. Check out Game Beauty. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace out.